Please come in.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Joshua Stammis.
Nice to meet you, Joshua. I'm Danielle.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you.
First thing, here's my business card in case you
Oh,
want to
wonderful.
contact me again.
Perfect.
May I take a seat?
Yes, please sit down.
Very good. May I also use your desk, please?
Yes, please feel free to.
Alright, so first thing, a little bit about myself.
Okay.
I've been selling for Stubbs barbecue sauce for a little over 5 years.
Wow, okay.
And I've semi-recently sold Stubbs to very reputable grocery stores such as Walmart and Aldi and Jewel Osco as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's been a pleasure growing along with Stubbs, and Stubbs has grown pretty well with me as well.
Okay.
And Stubbs also looks forward to growing with your grocery store too.
Perfect.
So before I talk about our sauce, I'll quick give you a history of our company. We were started in 1968, so we've been making barbecue sauce for 48 years now. So that's a lot of time refining a sauce and growing in our business as well. And we've been enjoyed by many celebrities like David Letterman, and presidents would even go all the way down to Austin, Texas, where we are based
wow.
now. And they'd come and enjoy our sauce, and they absolutely loved it as well. And also in 2008, with higher concerns with high fructose corn syrup and health concerns, we've gone completely all natural and gluten-free as well. So there are no dietary restrictions or barriers between people with dietary needs and our sauce as well. So with Mount Royal being nearby the University of Minnesota, how much business do the students bring to your grocery store?
They bring a good amount. You know, we're a little bit more of the finer foods, so some of our groceries are a little bit higher priced, but they definitely, being so close, we're definitely one of their number one picks. So they do bring in a lot of revenue for us.
Very good. So with all those college students around, do you find a lot of business relies on how the school year is going, or does it more rely on the city of Duluth?
I mean, it's going to be a little bit of both. Obviously, when school's in, we're going to have a lot more people here in the area in general, a lot more people to sell to. So, yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, definitely.
Very good. Now, we've been around for 48 years, like I said, making the best barbecue sauce possible, and I think this will definitely show in our sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So we've come to be a reliably good sauce for grocers, and customers are going to love it just as much as they did 48 years ago as well. So like you said, you're a bit of a higher end grocery store, and I also believe that we're a higher end kind of barbecue sauce. Although you're higher end, I noticed that you only have one grocery store. Do you want to expand sometime in the upcoming years, or grow to other states or even internationally in the future?
I think it's definitely something we're going to look into. It's definitely something that we're working on, but to be quite honest, we are very successful with what we're doing right now. We're very successful in where we are right now. So we're definitely always looking to expand, take on more of a challenge, but for right now, we're definitely doing very well for ourselves here.
Very good. I think both of our companies have a very similar background, kind of starting a little smaller, but with a greater vision of expansion kind of on the horizon. But
Okay.
I think both of us have done well with where we've started. Now, our motto is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a cook.
Okay.
Do you think that speaks well to university students too?
I think it's funny because I think, college is when you kind of, you're on your own to figure out if you can do that, if you can cook. So I think anything that can make it easier for them is going to be pretty good in my book. So.
Great. Now, do you remember when you first grocery shopped on your own, like as a college student?
Definitely. I'm not gonna lie to you. financially it was rough. You know, you don't realize how much things cost until you're out there on your own, for sure.
I agree. And I think a lot of grocery stores nowadays are very chaotic for college students. They tend to get like lost and confused, and they have a budget to watch too, like you said. So I think having a simplistic grocery store is really important. And Stubbs has also redone their label relatively recently. It's only varied in the sauce color and the cap color.
Okay.
You are free to look at that as much as you like. But I believe that our new design can help simplify a whole sauce aisle very well, because many grocery stores have 2 full aisles of just sauces and spices. And I think for a lot of college students that's very overwhelming. Would you agree?
I agree.
So I think...
Is this a glass bottle too?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So it not only has aesthetic appeal, but it also has a collective appeal and a long-lasting appeal as well.
Cool.
So it's a higher-end packaging for a higher-end grocery store carrying a higher-end barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Now,
So, alright, I'll be honest with you. Being the manager of Mount Royal Fine Foods, I'm really not trying to sound cocky here, but I do run a very successful grocery store. I know what my customers want. I'm very in tune to what they want. I just want to make sure I can give that to them. So I don't really have a ton of time to be listening to a whole bunch of presentations about barbecue sauce. You know, I need to get down to business, give my customers what they want, bottom line. And I do carry the major brands. So I already carry Hunt's, I already carry Heinz, I already carry KC Masterpiece. I carry all those reputable ones. So if you could just tell me one more time how yours stands out from them.
all those sauces are great, and it's a very good idea to carry those sauces. However, they don't give a genuine Texas flavor like Stubbs does.
Mm-hmm. Now,
the Texas flavor, I don't know if you've taste tested our sauces before. Okay. We are intending to have a taste test on University of Minnesota, perhaps even a cookout if we get enough support. But we could definitely get you some samples later on. But for now, how to best describe a Texas flavor is a well-smoked and a slightly sweet and tangy kind of flavor. And I think that's a very unique kind of flavor,
mm-hmm.
especially found in Texas. That's why we bottle it in glass, so that it's well preserved, and it'll taste just as good here as it would in our home base, Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very unique kind of barbecue flavor. And also, as a fellow businessman, it's really important to kind of diversify an investment like this. You don't want just KC Masterpiece or just Sweet Baby Ray's. You want to have as many kind of flavors as you can so that you can cater to all the different tastes that University and Duluth is going to bring to your store.
Okay, so you mentioned a little bit earlier that, people get confused in grocery stores because there's so many options. So, do you think adding another, because I have all these already, so, you don't think in any way that adding your barbecue sauce would add to the confusion of that?
I think the aesthetic appeal of our label can very well make up for it.
Okay.
Because most of the label is very uniform looking. It's only the cap that changes color.
Mm-hmm.
I think for a lot of other barbecue sauces, such as KC Masterpiece and Famous Dave's especially, they try to get as much eye appeal and as much color as they can. But what that really does is make the shelves look like a battleground for all the different sauces. So I think simplifying the label can help a lot with how college students and with the city of Duluth will choose their sauce.
Okay. And what is kind of your full range of products? I know you have, obviously, barbecue sauce, and just looking through these, I'm seeing marinades, I'm seeing rubs, I'm seeing wing sauce. I've heard of your barbecue sauce before. I haven't so much heard of the other products. How well have those been doing?
Those have been doing pretty well also. We have many different kinds of barbecue sauce, many different kinds of rubs. One of our barbecue sauces that's doing especially well near college campuses is the sweet and tangy.
Okay.
That goes really well with chicken, and chicken is a high nutrient and low cost kind of food that a lot of college students buy. So I think for university that's a very good flavor for them. But if you wish, I can send you a link to our website and it'll give you far more information as well.
Okay. I see that you also have a line of liquid smokes for your product line here. I've heard they're pretty dangerous. I've read in a few articles that it's kind of like you're selling cancer, and I really don't want to be responsible for killing some of my customers. So is there anything you can say to those?
What do you mean that we are selling cancer?
I've just read that the liquid smoke marinades that, not that you're selling, just in general, the liquid smokes are kind of linked to causing cancer. I just don't want to provide my customers with any sort of illness that could result in any sort of deaths on our behalf.
I see. Well, we are a very reputable barbecue sauce, and we want to find purely natural ingredients, and we want to check very carefully with the condition our ingredients are in from now on.
Okay.
I'll take this review to my superiors as well, and we'll have it fixed as soon as we possibly can.
Okay.
But I can assure you that our ingredients are very well inspected, and we only choose the best ingredients we can for a high-end Texan sauce like ours.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't anything particular to your brand. I just read liquid smokes in general weren't that great, but you have no knowledge of this ever happening from your products, correct?
Not from ours.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
But I can, well, I guess another question really quick is, how successful have you been in your more reputable grocery stores? Like, I know you said you were in Walmart too. Places like that, have you been doing well there? Because I know they carry a lot of different products as well, so they've been doing okay standing out there.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Especially with the glass bottle, we've been able to sell our sauce as a higher end for finer tastes, especially.
Mm-hmm.
So among a lot of competition, we've been able to stand out even among higher propagated companies that use a lot of advertising. We like to have our sauce sell itself, especially. So once people try our sauce, they love it every time. So we'll definitely gain far more appeal once people try it, which is another reason why we'll have that cookout at university.
Okay. So I can see that you've got a really good set of products here. Like I said, though, let's face it, there's a lot of barbecue sauces out there. Every person has their own tastes, and I really don't want to stock just a ton of different barbecue sauces. I just don't have the room for it in my store. So I know my partner, he's not here with me today, but my partner, I know he usually tends to just buy the cheaper brands and just kind of add ingredients to it, spice it up. Just do that instead of going for a little bit pricier of an option. And I know that my customers maybe do the same thing, buy a little bit cheaper of a bottle and just add ingredients to them. I mean, what can you say to that? Is your barbecue sauce not need to be adding that? Would it be easier for us? You know, I'm just thinking it's cheaper for people to do it this way. I don't know.
I'd agree that it could be cheaper to add your own ingredients and spice it up yourself, but you're not getting the authentic Texas taste along with it.
Okay.
A lot of these ingredients can only be found in Texas with this kind of flavor and spices. You could try to replicate it the best you can with ingredients in Duluth, but I think those in Texas have a very special smoky and tangy flavor, especially. So, like you said, it's cheaper, but the sauce isn't the authentic Texas kind of flavor that Stubbs is selling.
All right. So bottom line for everything we've talked about, what are you selling me, and how much is it going to cost me? Just bottom line.
What I'm selling is, bottom line, is authentic Texan barbecue sauce.
Okay.
What it's going to cost you, I have a pricing schedule if you would like.
Okay.
Now, $3.50 for per bottle in a case is a little bit pricey, but you definitely get what you pay for. Having a real Texas flavor in Duluth, Minnesota is something really valuable, I think, especially for people from Texas. They go to University of Minnesota and it brings them a little closer to home. So I think that's really powerful for a lot of students across the nation that go to university.
Okay. I want to thank you for coming in, talking me through a lot of this stuff. I've heard of Stubbs before, but I haven't, tried anything. So I think that taste testing would be really beneficial. I'd love to hear more about that, definitely. I'm probably not going to buy today. I'd rather have my partner here with me when I did buy anything. So I probably am not going to buy today, but if you had... I was really impressed with your presentation, by the way. It was really, really great. If you have any free samples for me, I'd love to take them. If you don't, that's okay. Like I said, I'd really love to do the taste test, but if you have any free samples, I'd love to.
Great. We can give would you like me to set up a kiosk, in fact, in front of your store so that we can have customers try your sauce as well?
Yeah, that'd actually be really great if you had the resources to do that. I just really wanted to show my partner before we did anything else. But
very good.
Yeah.
Now, I realize that you and your partner want to make the right decision, but summer is coming up really soon, and this is a great time to buy barbecue sauce.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. So, and after summer as well is tailgate season for football. And that's going to have a ton of demand for barbecue sauce. So I think that even if, like, say, Sweet Baby Ray's or Famous Dave's doesn't deliver, or there's a logistical problem with them, we can definitely help you out in that area, because that is going to be a very high supply and demand kind of situation during tailgate season. So this is a very good time to buy Stubbs barbecue sauce, but at the same time, I understand you and your partner want to make the best decision for your grocery store.
Yeah, like I said, we're very successful in what we do. We run a very successful grocery store, so before I put anything on our shelves, I just want to make sure this is the right fit. I'm very confident it will be. So how about we do this? If you have the samples for me, we can definitely be in contact by the end of the week on where we stand, just so we're not going too far into to the barbecue season and everything, that we get everything set up for that season. So how about we just leave it at that? I have your information. I was impressed with your presentation. We'll have the free samples. We'll set that up, and we'll definitely be talking by the end of the week.
Very good. All right.
All right. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me over.
Of course. All right. Well, safe travels home.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We'll be in contact soon.
All right. Take care.